Okay. Here, do this. Okay, that's better. Do it in the play port, makes it easier. Okay. So we've got the town of Rosewood here. Put the character. Start spacing some stuff out. Okay, see? That's a baby yard, you know what I'm saying? So we'll space these out a little bit. Give them bigger backyards. The space in between is okay. I don't have a problem with the space in between. But definitely the backyards need to be spaced out more. I have to scale this up. Because the head wants to hit. I still have to put the interiors on those. But that's for another time. Okay, so then... Hold on a second here. Those will not exist. Oh no. The landscape was selected? Jesus. Alright. That's why you have backup files. Move them individually. Okay. Bigger backyards. Okay, interesting. Anyways. One thing I did want to work on today was like a crash site. So this is one completed building. I do like the way that they're put, but I don't agree with the fact that like I think maybe I should change the grates to be on the back of buildings instead of the side. Okay, so let's see here. Gotta give the building some height. May take a minute here. Cool. Okay, it did do what I thought it did. Do, 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 do. Do 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 do. How's it going, everybody? Everybody just chilling. How's it going, everybody? Alright. Just wanted to make sure before it went too long that my mic wasn't muted this time. Let's see how close this is. Trying to think if I want to put a parking lot or if they should be like right up against the street. I think for this sake, it would be better to have them like closer to the street. Nope. Not down, just forward. So we'll do it like that. Okay. What's going on, boss? Just hanging out, trying to get some more of the map done. I gotta fix those. But they'll be there for right now. I don't know. Like, I want there to be close alleyways. May have to put in a dirt road. How you doing today, boss? Oh yeah, I forgot. Get rid of that. Yep, these are all the modular ones that I still have to group together. That's a solid one. Solid, 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 solid. Individual modular. I'm doing meh, looking for a job right now. If you can, a good job to find, depending on where you are, obviously, but a good job to find would be like a on-site manager job. You get paid to live at home. And you normally don't have to worry about rent. Pretty slick deal. Yeah, we'll do it the other way instead. It's a big circle. Oh man, forgot about the water file. Not gonna be able to do that. That's okay. Can you do a reverse erosion? Oh, they don't let you do that? Wow. Dead. I've almost told myself maybe I should use my drawing tablet. Let's see if I can... Oh god, it only spreads. The smooth only spreads, that's okay, we can erode that part. Alright. Erosion. We'll smooth it out. I plan on fixing the roads still. Because the roads are temporary. Save that. Because the textures get pixelated. Lazarus! What's up? How you doing? After I save this, we're gonna I'm gonna work on a small little point of interest up in the hills on the south side. SOB Productions. How you doing? Thank you. How you doing? I hope everybody's having an okay Wednesday. Okay. Go back into sculpt mode here. Okay, well, let's... Perfect. What do you think about my idea about the plant graveyard? I like it. It will be free. Don't know yet. Don't know the answer to that just yet. I don't necessarily want my brush to be circular. It could be... That looks... That looks right. I think it should cost at least something maybe $10, $15 to make it harder for cheaters. Split your plane, more realistic. I'm working on another model right now that's like an actual full airplane that's gonna have like detachable pieces. I'll show a sketch later that I've been working on. In my free time at work, I do get the ability to sketch a little bit. So I try and use that time. To try and sketch out point of interest and stuff like that. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, I really didn't like that I wanted to do that. Get out of here. We're not gonna let you see anything. Looks pretty good to me. What about base building? There will be base building. That is like a guarantee. I still have to make the models for all of the components. So I still plan on doing gates, individual walls, bigger box spaces that you can snap to your foundation. Limited build. I don't want there to be limited build, but with it being an indie game, I may have to, based off of server sizes. But that's all stuff that, you know, we'll have to see as we get closer to that. Alright, so we've got some grass, we've got some mud, we've got a crash plane. I'm gonna try and do one better. Just real fast, for the sake of having it. Trying to find something here on the other screen. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Wait. It would burn black. Come on, compile those shaders. You can do it. Nice. That's the one I want. Even though the plane's rusted. So, say maybe this plane didn't have that. Oh, here, let's see. There we go. That's definitely not right. Here. I mean, that intrigues me. What could be here? Some good loot, maybe? I don't know. I don't see anything. Oh, fall damage. Okay. The ground would be rough. Maybe it turned up some rocks. Let me see here. I need to set up the stream so that you guys can see like the secondary browser at the same time. Like the things that I'm looking through. Okay. Oh, evil. That's what I thought. I have to make a second one. Okay. Oh god, that is a terrible... Nope. That's what I thought. Give me this. Okay. So now there should be a boulder resource. Ka-chow. So there's gonna be a lot of them. Oh, why would you put two of them on top of each other like that? Alright, cool. So then let me just find... this and say it's up there for some reason. Who knows why there would be a pickaxe up there? But maybe there is. Oh, what do you know? Nope. Nope, no command. Maybe you want to harvest a boulder. Oh man, what do you know? Some more stone from another stone that is not the one you were hitting earlier in the other videos. What? More than one looking resource? Crazy. Unfortunately, I don't have metal resources yet. Which is just sad. Let me see something though, since we're here. Resources. Nothing behind the event graph. Multicast on the sounds.
So many roads to go before the dawn. Just take my hand, don't let us come undone. You may not see the glow, but I see it shine. Keep holding on, cause we're too far from.
There's an item list. See a smile, and I put it all for you on the line. So I thought you could be the one, cause we all live for the love, we all live for the love. Even though we've only begun, we give it all for the love. I'm out on the line, praying that our stars align. Until I'm yours and you're mine, I put my heart on the line. I'm out on the line. Ha ha ha. It's in the item list? Should have known better. Okay. I'm gonna try something here. We're gonna try and get our metal interaction here, and I'm just gonna give it like a blank thing here. So we're gonna create a child resource. Okay. We've got that. So this is the item list. You guys are getting a sneak peek at the items that are currently in the game, and we need to make a new one. Nah, damn it. Clicked the wrong thing. Max stack 100. I don't know if I agree with that right now, but we'll see. Yeah, pause it. So quiet. I know that they're footsteps, but still sounds like footsteps. Don't worry about the rest of that later. Okay. So then going into here, should be able to do scrap metal. Okay, so I'm gonna try this real fast. Let me go to the resources. Okay. This will be interesting because I was monkeying with something else, but I think that this is way easier. Interesting. Let me do that real fast. Am I missing something here? Hmm. Okay, so I don't know if it'll work right with this plane that's right here. Leave it rusty for right now. I'm interested to see if this actually works. Nope. Okay, that's what I thought. There's still something missing here. Oh, I think I'm missing the collision box. I guess try saving it, see what happens. Working on the airplane POIs. This is Celine716 from Discord. Oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah, just doing some smaller stuff. Currently in the process of trying to get the coding appropriate for scrap metal resources too. And keyword is trying. In case you're wondering why I'm just sitting still, it's currently saving. Decided to display on my secondary monitor. But yeah, just hanging out. Okay. I don't know why it wouldn't work. Unless there's something within the code that I'm still missing. Yeah, there's something in the code that I'm still missing. Don't know what it is though. Hmm. What in the world am I missing? That one didn't have those. But what am I missing here? EP rock resource. Oh, now what did I do? Wait a minute. So smelting will be a thing in Let's Live, or just for building or making makeshift weapons and reinforcements in regards to the scrap metals. So currently, like probably for release, it'll only be building and making makeshift weapons or reinforcements, things of that nature. As the game continues to do well, if it does well, and I can continue to update it and do things of that nature, then I would obviously love to give more and more options to continue to make it more in depth as the game continues to grow. Obviously, I can only do so much, but smelting and making other things with it would obviously be an option going on as it continues. Don't want to repeat myself too many times. Sometimes I get stuck in loops. I don't seem to understand. I don't seem to understand why the metal resource isn't a thing right now. feel like all the coding I've done is right. All of the blueprints for it are set up appropriately. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Oh yeah. Well, and so I mean, really what it falls down to is if I decide to release this game via the Steam store or Epic, um and that, you know, really depends on if I'm going to make it a free game or a game that people purchase. Apparently, people seem to be giving developers a hard time of releasing things on the Epic Store. However, if you make something in Unreal, it's kind of like not necessary, but they give you so many incentives to put it to their store. They give you the option of free or discounted server hosting. They give you the option of reduced revenue sharing on their part. So, like, I still have, you know, a lot of consideration in terms of what's going to happen with Let's Live in terms of where it will be released. And that could help in terms of the servers as well. Okay, so... Hey, what happened to the... Where'd my resource... What? What? It says it's there, but it's not. It went invisible. Alright, it went invisible and then came back. Might be better to... Honestly, I don't see a problem with the Epic unless people like Steam for modding, although I don't know if you want others to mod Let's Live. You should put it on Epic just because they give such an amazing and easy to learn engine and so many assets for free. Like that, see, that's how I feel too. Like, I get the stigma of why people aren't a fan of Epic, but from a developer's aspect, they give so many things, not only for free, but they also have like monthly and weekly learning annexes via streams to teach people stuff. I mean, the people are amazing, and the people that complain about Epic are normally like the Fortnite kids that are not getting what they want in Fortnite. Otherwise, I mean, like, I don't hear complaints from anybody except for like if they try and do like an exclusivity thing with a game developer last minute. Like if a game developer already kind of knows that they're going to go towards Steam and then tries to be like, hey, yo, we want exclusive like sales to this on the Epic store and, you know, blah blah blah. But that's neither here nor there. Come on. Let me harvest you. Makes me feel good to know that this stone works, but why in the world does that not work? Okay, We're gonna worry about that later. Only because of the fact that I don't want to spend a majority of this stream of it just being, you know, me trying to get this to work, if that makes sense. But we will leave the smoke. It's got a lot of fuel in it. That's why it rusted and is still running. Excuse me? Okay, I was like, wait a minute. I've made some updates to the military barracks. I don't know, Epic did all that for developers, so I would choose Epic, right? Like, so many great and amazing options, and so many great games have been developed because of Unreal Engine. So this is a huge, like, basin area where there's gonna be a bunch of these rock resources. It's going to be a highlight area for rock resources, obviously. Got to create an area down here. I think that this area right here, I think I would like to do a contest where I show these screenshots and I give the community like a decent amount of time to more or less design and develop their own idea for this space. And then I could take all of the submission screenshots and then compile them into a video that could be put on the channel, and people could vote for that, and the highest voted design or developed drawing would be the one that I try and duplicate in this spot. I think that would be really cool since you guys have been so awesome and supportive. There's a big open area here, which I think needs to be high ground. Do a little bit of sculpting. Make it a bit rockier than before. You know, we'll make a little tiny area right there. Gotta have some areas where people can fight for high ground. Oh, and Epic takes less from the money people pay for your game, right? I mean, I think that would like also fall under like in-game transactions, right? I mean, okay, now we'll smooth this out. Gotta make it smooth enough for people to build bases off of. Oh, and Epic takes less taxes from your game sales. Epic takes 12% and Steam takes 30%. Yeah. You're messing with an auto clicker? That's funny. Oh, 21,000 megabytes being used all at once right now. Let's save that real fast. Okay, this is too much. Whew, that was a lot. Man, looks like some good places to build some bases. You know, oh man, look at that view. You should get a server like an Xeon E7. Oh, Xeon, sorry. Wow. God. E7 CPU and 500 gigs of RAM. Oh my god. Yeah, so, sell my soul away too at the same time. I'm not sure if I have the characters working again. Yeah, they walk with their own animations. I got him with hair. Shiver me timbers. See if the female character works too. Say if someone built a base a decent way off from a water source, what large containers are there going to be for waters? Water barrels you have to scavenge for points of interest, or just smaller water containers? So there's gonna be like the metal barrels, and there's going to be closed lid ones, open ones that are completely empty, and then open ones that have a layer of water in them. And then I'm hoping to make those a water salvageable resource. So you can collect water out of those from like point of interest. But then I plan there to be like the water harvesting thing, like the tarps from Just Survive, so that you can like collect your own water. There's going to be a bunch of different ways, hopefully, that you can collect the things that you need. Also, the characters that I have set right now, do not have what I would call the right settings for the thirst and hunger yet. So these are kind of the base characters currently. And then obviously things have to change for me to put the right HUD, the heads up display and everything for them. So like this is another guy, he's just bald. The characters I got are just like standard characters from Unreal Engine, because I know that I couldn't model my own characters, and I feared modeling my own characters. For right now anyways. Do players get to choose their own characters pre-spawn? So yeah, I'd like you to be able to choose kind of pretty much like it was in Just Survive, which is just a standard preset grouping of like a variety of male characters with different skin tones and a variety of female characters with different skin tones. Customization of characters will be something that happen later, but like the model itself will be pretty basic, because you'll be covering it with armor and clothes and stuff like that, and you won't ever really look at your character unless you plan on running around in your underwear, which is always an option. It'll always be an option. If you want to run around in Let's Live in your underwear, nobody is going to stop you. They may shoot at you, but nobody here is... Oh, this is going to kill me. That's okay. 360! It's more or less, you know, not going to stop you. This is the current roadmap. There's all this extra space that is uninhabited. This blank world. Just hanging out. There's our nice sky and our sun. I'm so happy with the tree upgrade. The tree upgrade that we got was really, really nice. We're gonna do something a little bit different here. I'm just gonna mess with this a little bit because I wanted to. So dry forest, what's that look like? Oh, okay. Will sleeping bags and our beds be a thing to respawn on? Yeah. So I would like it to be, if you're going to have something, it's going to be like a bed that you build and craft and place within your base, and that's something that you can respawn to if you die. Otherwise, if you do not want to respawn to your base, I would like to do the classic grid spawn. Like in JS, where you pick somewhere. You never played Just Survive, but really like the sound of this game? Man, it was fun. It was fun indeed. But yeah, so there's gonna be all of those aspects as well, where you're going to be able to spawn from your bed, or if you need to, you're going to be able to pick a spot on the grid to spawn at. You know, I appreciate that there's people that, you know, haven't even played Just Survive that are, you know, supportive and excited for this game. It just shows that there's, you know, a big audience for survival-based games. They're just, you know, they're more passive. That's what survival is, man. You gotta be passive sometimes. Like, to be honest, I wish I could explain what Just Survive was like. And I didn't even play most of my hours of Just Survive on a good PC. I had a relatively basic CyberPower PC that not only used an AMD CPU, but an AMD graphics card that I then tried to upgrade to a NVIDIA, which overpowered my my power supply, so then I had to upgrade that just to try and play this game. And I still barely averaged 30 frames when I played with people. But it was great. I really wish it never got taken down. Survival games are your go-to. The only survival games I've played are Minecraft and The Forest. I guess it's a good thing I'm going to be moving away from console to PC gaming. I mean, everything that as long as you have a good rig, everything that is available on console is available to PC. Like, PC is the one thing that you never have to worry about, like, exclusivity, because every game's going to PC. You never have to worry about, like, oh, it went to PC and PS4 only. Like, oh, it's on PC. I got PC. Cool. Trojan TV, Just Survive was what got me back into gaming. Played nearly 2,000 hours. No other survival game has come close, in my opinion. I've played Ark, Conan, and Rust. Only one I find is okay is Rust. Right. I thoroughly, like, if there was a game I was going to play other than Just Survive, it was Rust. But it's still, like, in its nature and aspect was still just not as close to the same. Okay, I may have to duplicate the wood resource because we need to make more. Oh, there is more than one wood resource demo. Cool. It's weird that it only does... Are they... Oh, that's because they're spelled wrong. That's hilarious. This is a good song, though. I do like this. Yeah, simple terms, it's just not JS. Yeah, and like, I mean, in my honest opinion, I would love Let's Live to be Just Survive. But I know that that's just not a thing, you know? I'm gonna try really hard to make something that's really good and does what most people have been missing, and I hope that I hit the nail on the head. And I try really hard to have the community be a part of it. I think, you know, community involvement is like a huge thing. I mean, if you're just designing a game and hoping that people are just gonna be okay with it, it's kind of like, what you doing, fool? That's what I'm missing. Like, what the hell am I missing here? Look at them trees. Oh my god. Try that. Gotta lower the density. There we go. What do these trees look like? What the hell is happening to some of these trees? Hey, Sarcasmic, what's going on? I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out what's going on here with the foliage. Any major changes on the points of interest? No, no major things. I spent some time. We did this over here, and these will be like areas where you can get scrap metal from. I'll show you. I just haven't been able to make this a harvestable item yet, but we did this at the beginning. Little jet crash area. And then we've been working on this area to the north. This little mountain here. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's all in good shape. That needs to be lowered a lot. That needs to be like... Oops. Wait a minute. Be right back, gotta run a few errands. Alright, we'll still be here for a little bit. You got so many questions that need answering. Well, you can always ask them whenever you want, whether it's Twitter, email, the Discord. Alright, grab that leftover chicken. We've got like a little bit more than 15 minutes before I'm gonna start getting everything ready to end for the day. I do appreciate everybody being here and hanging out. Hey, excuse me? The hell? Obviously a box I checked didn't work. Ooh. That would have been dangerous. Alright. Let's make this Dead Tree Hill a thing. Gotta even that out, but let's... Do I have a link to the Discord? Yeah, I can make one and post one. Hold on a second. Hey. Hey, you. What? Don't give me that. There we go. Alright, gotta remember that. Make sure these are harvestable. Yep. Alright. We've got the dead forest. Oh no, I'm stuck. Do you already have a list of the different points of interest written down? If so, could you possibly share on Discord? Helps when I can work on little bits of story notes to be found. Yeah. Well, never mind. The chicken's gone. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, here, Trojan. Let me, Sorry. Let me get a Discord link here real fast. That ray casting is so nice. Okay, so this stuff needs to be fixed. Clearly. That's just ah. Oh no. I was in slow-mo. Okay. So this is your inventory. It's draggable, movable, to your liking. You can eat if you're hungry. You can split items in half. Combine them back together. See. Need a crafting bench. So there's certain things that are in here that I've already implemented. A furnace, a campfire, a bed, and a crafting bench. You can do it in items, like in big thumbnails, or you can do it in a list. You're going to be able to craft certain weapons along with armor. This is just everything you have right now. So, if you drop something, that's your loot bag right now, but that'll change. I don't have the bench to craft it. Now I need food, hot damn. I like the draggable inventory panels. I like the inventory, it's so simple. That's a nice touch, a really nice touch. I mean, I plan on making the graphics more visually appealing once I have time, but this is just something that's really simple. Shows your character in a front view. I wish I had the right materials, but I don't have the crafting bench and stuff to show you what a bed looks like. Let me see if I have the blueprint. Okay, here. I was saving some of this stuff, but I figured it'd be cool to show you guys anyways. Get that out of here. So this is the current bed. You can set it as your spawn point. And then your storage. So like the storage box comes with armor piece. You get cans. So everything unfortunately is either you have to drag it over and put it in, or you have to like right select to drop it and pick it up. But I'm gonna change it so that you can double click on things too, and hopefully make that a little bit easier. But so there are some, you know, things here that you can do, and the sprint. So like if the character were to sit still for 5 minutes, he would use less. Here, let's do something real fast. Okay, so that all resets, right? If I were to spawn my character here and take some serious fall damage, I didn't click on the bed, so it should just spawn me in the air like it did. But now we're gonna run to the bed. I'm gonna click on it to set it as the spawn point, and then if the coding is appropriate, I haven't even tested this yet, so if I take the fall damage and die, I should respawn by the bed. Ta-da! There you go. First test and it worked. So this time I got a bottle of water, which helps with your stamina and your thirst, obviously. Certain items will do certain things. You guys got a little bit of a peek of the item list earlier, but I haven't even begun to add things to the item list. I just added like very basic things. But yeah, that's kind of a sneak peek of where you'll be able to respawn. It's currently just set up to the bed. And actually, since I died, I have a bag here. Open dead player. And there's the water bottle. Have yet to turn them into zombies, but you've got a body bag. And the body bag will look different. It'll look more realistic. But figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. I do want to try and show you a sketch that I did at work the other day. I do get some downtime, which allows me to sketch points of interest when I get the chance. So let me grab that paper real fast, and I'll turn on my webcam and show you guys what that looks like. Seems like a bit much for falling damage. Yeah, it is. Since the computer crashed and I recovered everything, the settings that I did for fall damage and stuff are not exact. So it's a very simple tweak that I just haven't gotten around to doing, mainly because I want to focus on some of this harder stuff. But I should change it. I really should. All right, 1 minute. Okay, so boss had made the mention of the like plane crash site, and I had thought of doing some type of like wreckage site previous, but I didn't know what. And the plane crash site I thought was a really cool idea. It was cool that boss brought it up as part of the community, and so I was kind of sketching just a rough idea of what I would like the area to kind of look like. So, let me I'll leave that open, but then turn the webcam on, make it a bit bigger so you guys can see. But so I was kind of thinking of something like that, and I apologize that it's like mirrored. But obviously, kind of like what I did with the jet, but the back end would be broken open, and that would be how you get in. Part of the wing would be broken off over here. And then, you know, there would be a bunch of things that you could go and look for. Water resource with some mountains here, and then just the horizon line. But that was kind of what I was thinking. So boss, that's a handsome guy. Ah, my fiance thinks so too. She's like my #1 supporter, and like, to be honest, I know you guys don't know who she is, but like, the whole reason that this game even exists is because of her support. I mean, she's like the #1 person that retweets the stuff and like continues to try and help me when I need time to develop and stuff like that. So, but yeah, the plane idea was a really great idea. I tried to take your thought and visualize it. I'm really big into that, so I appreciate when you guys give me that stuff, because then it gives me time at work to try and sketch some of this stuff out. By the way, did you choose the name Rosewood because of your girlfriend's name? Yeah, so Rosewood, obviously I want to give a dedication to her because of her support. So Rosewood is a town that's like technically the dedication, but the windmills is more or less her dedication. She loves windmills, and so making the windmills and giving them the company name was more or less like her dedication. And then I figured, let's have a town that is kind of surrounded by that and kind of gives it a theme and gives it its own little background story. It's awesome to have that kind of support. That's amazing of you. Well, honestly, like, she's the sole one between the two of us. Like, we don't have a lot of family between the two of us, so we support each other in our goals, and it's just really great. You know, a lot of the effort and a lot of the time has gone into this game because she's allowed me to do it, and it's not like she's I don't want to put it that way because that sounds bad, not like she wouldn't let me do it, but you know how time consuming it can be to make a game. I'm sure a lot of you guys know just how time consuming it is to play games, and we love playing games together, so she knows the other side of making it. And I mean, like, honestly, guys, the game wouldn't be happening if she wasn't cool with it. But she thoroughly 110% supports this game's development and production just as much as anybody else here, which is awesome. I hear that that's how my husband and I are with family outlook situation. Exactly. I mean, the two of us are like very, you know, down to earth. We're each other's best friends, and you know, we spend a lot of our time together, which for some people may be a problem, but then I'm kind of like, why are you either with that person or getting married to them or whatever it may be, you know? And obviously not dragging personal into professional, but, you know, I do appreciate her support, and so I do deem it necessary to try and give a thanks in some way, shape, or form that is permanent and never to be removed from the game. But I also plan to do the same for people that are awesome, supportive, and continuously trying to grow the community here. I've already been in the process of developing customizable tombstones that I would like to put user names from supporters on Twitter or whatever may have it, based on upcoming events that I plan on doing, where people can really show how much they support the game, and in the process get a permanent thank you in some way, shape, or form. You know what? Speaking of tombstones, this I believe would be a really good place to put a little graveyard, because then we roll up here And this is the like middle area before you go over to Rosewood, which is that way, or Prairie Village, which is this way. So the stream is going to end, unfortunately. I know that some of you guys were just asking for a quick little point of interest breakdown. I will list the names in the Discord, but we will just do a quick little camera float from each one to the other and name them off. So this one here in the northwest corner is known as the Government Villas. For those who have played Just Survive, it's in the area where the governor's mansion used to be. So hopefully that brings a little bit of a flashback. As we go over and south, you hit the military barracks, which is kind of similar to what Just Survive had, where they had a military outpost. Continue through a dirt path covered by trees, you will actually hit the main road, where you can take a right and go south and out into more or less like smaller areas like campsites, gas stations, things of that nature that'll, you know, still be developed. Or you can go left and go into Prairie Village. We're going to wrap around and do Prairie Village last. Out here, I still have plenty of areas where I can make small points of interest, small little areas where people can build their bases. Clearly, we have this little wreckage here that I was working on. Just floated under the map for a second, don't mind that. As we continue to wrap around, we're going to continue to see more open spaces. So most of the southern part of the map, I'm still developing. But like most of the points of interest are here on the north side. But if you wrap all the way around from west to east, you'll come to Rosewood. Rosewood obviously being the town in which the Rose-friendly windmills are developed and built in. If you continue north through the path, you'll hit your way here to this little center shack. Go through here like we did before to the Dead Forest Mountain. And then we will come up here to what I'm calling Bellevue. Bellevue is kind of like Ranchito, for those of you guys that don't know. A little drive-by cemetery, yeah. And so from here into Bellevue, it turns into dirt road and goes downhill, where you'll be able to split between what I'm thinking is going to be a contest-made area. I think that would be really cool to do. And then this farmyard area that's surrounded in fog and smaller shacks. So that's that area. And then if you continue to back up and go through the hills south, you'll be able to come back to the road and come into Prairie Village. Now Prairie Village is going to be like the main point of interest. There's going to be pretty much anything you could think of in terms of loot there for everybody. So with that being said, I hope you guys can appreciate everything that's being done. I really appreciate the support you guys have been giving me. Having these streams once a week is something that I look forward to outside of just working. I have never once considered this a job or a burden, which is great because for some people that's what happens. You guys are all really awesome. Shout outs to all of you guys for being here. You can probably expect another stream next week, as long as things continue to go well. But otherwise, you guys can get the daily Twitter updates, or you guys can always ask me questions or message me via email or on the Discord. With that being said, though, thanks again. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't. Make sure you tell other people in Discord what they missed out on, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks again for all of the support, and keep living on, everybody.